What's going on, people? It's
You
another.
people.
It's the boys live on Junkyard Breaks.
Great.
I'm just gonna make myself
Whenever you say that, I want to do what is that? When the Joker in Batman '89 when uh uh what is the line?
I don't know the line.
It's not the Joker. It's oh shit. classic character actor who passed away. He was Jack Napier's boss.
Oh, Palance.
Yeah, Palance.
Or Palance.
say.
I've heard both.
It's Jack Palance.
Jack Palance.
Does one-handed push-ups, man.
One-handed push-ups.
Well, did.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah. Anywho, so what's going on?
When he does that one-liner when he does the
Yeah, what's his one liner that you're talking about?
what is the one-liner? He does you are my number one.
Oh, yeah.
And
No, that's the Joker.
yeah, the Joker says that. Right.
Yeah, that's the Joker.
The Joker's just making
Sitting there.
fun of him.
Rubbing Bob's back.
That's what I remember. Junkyard Breaks.
I remember Jack Palance in City Slickers. I crap bigger than you.
Yeah.
We had to watch a cowboy movie in class a couple years back, and he played a
What's up,
mean
Michael?
bad guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's in a few. Is he in Shane? Is he the bad guy in Shane? He's a bad guy in one of those cowboy movies. But yeah, he always was a good bad guy.
Cowboys versus aliens?
You know, I only saw that one time. Is it as bad as I remember it?
What?
I mean, it's not good, but
What?
it's not bad. It's like a just a movie you put on in the background.
It's not good.
What, Cowboys
It's
versus
not-
Aliens?
It's not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is in Shane.
Oh, yeah.
He is in Shane. He's the bad guy in Shane.
It's a silly movie.
Yeah, it's a silly movie.
Yeah. Was it Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Olivia Wilde.
Oh, she's the girl in that?
Yeah,
Wow, it's been a long time. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to go through movies lately that I've never watched. I want to watch things that I've never seen. I saw that Everything Everywhere. That was so good. Love that movie. Oh, there you go. A couple Damien
Nice.
Wayne books. Are these mail
You know-
calls or out of your collection?
These are out of my collection.
Nice.
But I dug them up so I could pull them out and
Chat about
maybe
them?
maybe chat about them or send them off.
Are you gonna? Oh yeah, definitely. Do they-
Actually, I have two copies of Mike Barr. So it's like a one shot. Son of the Demon.
Yeah. Okay.
In that book, you know, Batman and Talia al Ghul hook up,
Yep.
and she gets pregnant and has a child.
Yep.
So technically, would that not be?
Oh, Chris. Come on.
Come on,
the first appearance of Damien.
I'm saying
Uh-huh.
they show the baby.
In yeah.
It's his first appearance. Yes, that's his
First
cameo.
appearance.
Yeah, yeah, I'm saying. Well, that was the thing because that was technically an Elseworld story,
Yeah.
so it
right.
wasn't a part of canon, and it didn't get brought back until Grant Morrison brought it back,
Right.
the idea back. So,
Yeah.
but still, technically,
No.
yeah, I'm trying to start a 181 versus 180 battle.
For ejaculate.
No, it shows the baby. It's an actual
Uh-huh.
child.
Oh, she's pregnant. Pregnant.
Yeah, she like pops out a kid.
Oh. In that book, I thought you just said they hook up.
Well, they
But
they
then
do, and
the
that's how
end
they make
result- I got
that's
you.
how they make the baby.
Is that how that
That's-
works?
You see, Dolph.
The
There's
birds and the
birds
bees.
and there's bees.
Yeah, I want to know where that came from. So how does birds and bees work?
I have no fucking clue. Nobody ever gave me a birds and bees
Yeah,
talk. They
I
were
know.
just like,
I don't know how birds and bees, because I can't make sense of that.
The only talk I got is my parents found my Pamela Anderson Playboy. That's pretty much as close as it got.
Did they even need to give you a talk?
Pretty much
Like,
now.
nah, I got it all figured out. I'm good.
They're like, what are these? Nudie mags. What are you doing with those? What do you think?
Just what you think?
That's and then end of conversation.
Mm-hmm. So what's happening, guys? Did we get anything? You want to do mail call now, or we want to wait for Jason?
I mean, I didn't get anything, so
I have 2 mail calls.
You do?
Yeah, one of them I'm actually excited. Well, I'm excited about both, but one I'm really excited
Only one
about
of them
because
you're excited about?
it's a joint cover of 2 of my favorite artists.
What do you mean? Frank Cho
Adam
and Adam
Hughes.
had a baby?
Adam Hughes and Dave Stevens did the cover together.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Okay. So how does that work when you do a jam like that?
you draw a line, then he draws a
Yeah,
line,
exactly.
then you draw a line.
Right.
It's actually pretty cool how they did it because the character is looking into the mirror. So Dave Stevens drew everything out from your vantage point, and then Adam Hughes did everything that's reflected in the mirror.
Oh, that's interesting. I do know the cover you're talking about now.
That's pretty cool,
Let's
actually.
see it, Jimmy. Were you gonna hide it from us?
Yep.
That is the
Yep.
book that I
Yep.
thought of. Yes.
There it is.
There you go. Oh, nice.
So Hughes did the reflection.
Yeah, Hughes did this,
Yeah.
and Dave Stevens did all of this.
Nice. Okay.
So it's like a Dave Stevens with special appearance from
Yeah, special appearance.
Adam Hughes.
And Dave Stevens, there's that. Did you guys see that whole thing? They're doing a Dave Stevens retrospective.
Mm-mm.
There was a Kickstarter to make a movie about him,
Oh, nice.
and in conjunction, they're doing this. They're doing this special edition Rocketeer book, and Adam Hughes did the cover of that. And then it got so much traction that they decided to actually do variants for that book, and they're both done by Adam Hughes. So you get the Virgin and the regular. So I ordered both of those.
Cool.
But this was the other one I got.
That
I got
barbed wire?
Nice.
Wow. Nice cover. Hot,
Barbed wire number
hot
7.
potato. Jason, it is
Hot
February.
potato.
Christmas is over. Heart.
What are you talking about?
Your
It's a
wreath.
holiday wreath.
Your wreath.
That's a February wreath.
It's a
Oh,
Valentine's Day wreath.
Valentine's.
I love
That's
it,
a
don't you?
Black History Month Valentine's Day wreath.
There you go.
I love it, don't you?
I love it.
There it is.
I think it's.
Love is in the air.
It's a red bow for love.
Just,
Everywhere
did you
I
get
look
anything in
around.
Mail call, Jason?
So what now?
Did you get anything from mail call?
No, I spent 400 hours on my daughter's volleyball tournament in 24 hours this weekend, but I left no money for comic books, so
Did you get to any stores? I know you did mention that last week.
no, I stood on concrete for about 16 straight hours on Saturday, then 8 hours on Sunday, and then drove home. So I saw a very small sliver of Pittsburgh this weekend. I explored the 2 blocks that led from the parking garage to the David Lawrence Center.
Dang, man. All right.
About the
So did Peanut meet you guys there, Jace?
Yeah, did you win? What's up, Will Faust?
Yeah, Jim, we got this to see him. Luce taught him all about current slang in the 12 to 13-year-old set, which was very enlightening to me as well.
Trying to find the receipt so I could tell you how much I paid for these. Great deals. Great deals.
Great deals. Great deals.
Great deals. Nice packaging, too.
Nice package.
Nice package. Ing.
Ing.
Nice. Come on. Where is it? Where's the invoice? Yeah, I went a little nuts, but the prices were too good.
Were they insane?
They
I
were.
got this nice package and I hardly paid anything for it.
Ah, here it is. There's the invoice.
That's where we're at
Jimmy,
right now.
what are you eating? Because I want one. Yeah, I do want one. See,
Chocolate wafers.
Some sort of wafer.
Some of
A
these
lot-
I- some of
a
these
lot
I
of
think I can
wafers.
Crack too.
Jimmy loves
Alright.
a wafer product.
We got a lot of ASM, folks.
oh boy,
Amazing Spider-Man number 45.
What era?
I think I counted 5
Whoa.
today, Jason.
Oh.
Nice.
I only paid $51 for this. Pretty good.
Why is it a 3.5? Looks nice
It does look nice. I don't know why it's a 3.5.
here.
It could definitely
Any-
use a press and a
Any
clean. I bet it
visible
could,
schmutz?
yeah, I definitely could make this nicer.
You got to look at those graders notes.
I
5-0.
yeah.
Yeah, but what you got to
And it's-
ask
and it's
yourself
white
is,
pages.
is it $50? Will you be able to improve it by $50? Because that's what's going to cost you grade it. 50 plus shipping
maybe,
both ways.
maybe.
Some guy
Let's share this bad boy.
on my Adam Hughes fan website, who obviously is a fan because he has some really good books, but there's going to be a nice.
Same
Everybody
Wow.
from Faust?
$50.
There's going to be an Adam Hughes CGC signing, and he was going to crack open a 9/8 of that Kill Pop book,
Oh yeah. Really?
a 9/8 of that to
Ooh.
send it to CGC to
Not-
get
not
signed.
Smart. It'll come
And
back a
everybody
9.
on our site was like, "No!"
It'll come back a 9.4, and he's gonna have all the.
Who was it graded by?
CGC, but he wanted to get it signed by. He didn't have it signed. We were like, "Dude, you have a 9/8."
Nice Doc Ock.
My goodness, a Doc Ock.
Same, $50.
Where is he going to do that though?
That's
Is
what
he going to like a
Doc
con?
have a love of
I don't know. I
'Cause,
think
like-
he had to send it in. I think he still had to send it in.
Oh, see, here's the thing. If you can do that at a con, they'll crack it, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're
And-
still chancing that some damage happens and it's a lesser grade.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
Mm-mm.
And then the book is ruined because it's signed.
Yeah.
I told him, dude, just get a copy of one of the other good lower price ones and give him that.
Well, I want that one.
First Mary Jane cover, 6.0.
Nice.
Only
Ooh.
$120 for that.
I love that cover.
It's a great cover and a great price.
Where did you
What's the
get all
bad
this
guy's
stuff?
name? Brain Smasher? What is that?
I'll be having a very similar unboxing soon. Yes, very nice. I'll tell you later, Chris.
Okay.
This was really nice. 8.5 Willow 1.
Willow.
You know how much I bought this for? $11.
What?
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
$11.
Got
It's
your
worth
little
it.
tail on the front and everything.
That's why I'm buying these. Is how can you pass that up?
You
The
can't.
third of the cost to grade the thing.
You should crack that thing and have it signed by
Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis.
198.
Ooh.
Also
Wonderman.
$50.
Wonder Man.
How much?
50
It's Wonderman.
for a
It's
98.
crazy. I think that's a solid buy, but it's crazy that you've got Silver Age Spider-Man for the same price as you bought.
Yeah. Yes. This one.
Wonder Man.
This one.
I have that
Okay.
Wonder Man one.
Wonderman.
How about this one?
Nice.
A little first of the
Prowler.
Prowler.
That's such a killer cover.
60
Prowler.
for that.
Prowler is a cool character.
Yep. $60.
$60.
$60.
Maybe your best buy yet.
Yeah.
Somebody had no idea what they had.
Avengers
Doing
number
great.
52. I like this book, especially if they're doing Wonder Man. That is first Grim Reaper, brother of Wonder Man. 6.0. $62. This could
That one's-
also
that
use a
is-
good cleaning.
If this were the Price is Right, I would lose.
Yeah.
Which was more, this can of green beans or this comic?
Yeah, right. No kidding.
The green beans? That's wrong.
9-2 Carnage.
9-2.
$63. I think that's good.
I like the price points.
I know. Well, that's kind of what I did. I just, it's like a mental game. You just put like these weird $60 prices. And this is my big buy. I never had this book. I'm so happy to finally own it.
Nice.
I paid.
You've never had that book?
$2.18 for this. No,
So
I never
old.
owned this one. Death of Gwen Stacy. Yep.
Don't you have mine in your basement?
I might. No. Do I? No.
No, it's probably Jimmy's.
Yeah.
It's probably still on my desk here.
That's it.
Those are some good buys.
They are very good. Yes, I'm very happy with those. A couple of them are in older cases, so I might re-slab them, clean them, press them, whatever. They all those Spider-Men though. I definitely think I can make them nicer. I don't know. But either way, that's it for mail call.
Did you see both of mine, Jace? Both my mail calls?
I saw you. Like, I have my phone on mute, obviously, so it didn't give you feedback. But I did see you doing this a lot.
Okay, yeah, that was on this one.
Oh, did do this a lot.
What is it?
It's a Dave Stevens, Adam Hughes cover.
Oh, is that one of those? What is it, like DV8 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm there's another sale today, but there's not a whole lot I want today. It's all Thor stuff.
Oh, Thor.
But there's, Thor, there's a few keys. Like, Wrecker I already have. Like, what else? I missed out on the first Hela, first Sif, first Balder. I wanted that book, but it was too expensive. It wasn't $60.
There's a Last of Us American Dreams #4.
What's that?
First Hela, you said?
First Hela, first Balder, and first Sif is the same book.
That's
Triple key.
Jam 103 or something
Like that, yeah.
I finally got something close to that Hulk annual. It's the Turtles book.
Oh, nice. I never seen that cover before. It's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. It was
Is this still that collection from a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
You're just doing the bagging and the boarding?
Yeah, I mean, it's been for freaking. Yeah, I just can't get to the stuff.
It's a
No,
lot.
I have to get to the stuff now because I got the con in 2 weeks. So
Oh yeah.
I got to price like 5 short boxes of comics, and then
I might
That's
be able
really
to come out to you, man.
that's all I really got to do.
I'm not going to Florida, and the wife and kid are gone.
Yeah, you can crash here if you want. You can crash here if you want to.
Don't forget your towel.
Want me to fluff your pillow?
You can hit up some of those West Country comic sales.
There's got to be some stuff out there. You just haven't found it yet. You got to get that thing on the back of your car.
Yeah, gonna get some cash together, get my mobile going.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about changing the name of the company to Comics, just because the other day Griffin said, if you had a pretzel company, what would you call it? I said pretzels, 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 and he said, no, you wouldn't.
Liar.
He is a quick wit, man.
He's ridiculous.
That's awesome. He's definitely got him, he's just got him, stored, ready to spit him out at you at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Tomb of Dracula 10, $75,000 already.
Dang.
Pew!
But it's at 1,000 or it's sold for 1,000?
At 1,000.
Oh, that makes sense.
24 minutes.
You know, Bob got a offer for his.
Oh yeah.
What did he have? 8.5. Bob got an offer of like 2,400, and he didn't take it, and because he didn't sell it earlier when he could have gotten
he could have got
3.
Yeah, true.
he didn't sell early when he could have gotten 3 for it because he had it at 4,
Yeah.
and then it dropped way down, and now it's on the rise again.
Yeah, right.
But I said, Bob, I know you don't need the money, but I mean, you also don't even care about this book. So I guess I mean it doesn't take up a lot of space. But,
Bob's not the one who got the Golden Age stuff. That was a friend of Bob's, right?
no, that was actually a friend.
Of
A
another.
friend of my friends,
A
yeah,
friend.
like
Okay.
yeah,
What did he do
I
with it? Did he ever send him in?
yes. So Golden, he contacted Golden
Oh.
from like one of those like road signs, you know, like we
Yeah.
buy comics kind of thing, because he did home clean outs. They sold the 2 first Solomon Grundys, and the one came back like a 7.0, and the other came back a 4.5. His 7.0 sold for like $21,700
Oh my God! Wow.
or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's sold like
That's
late
great.
last summer.
Wow.
He
He's
got
gonna be
paid
paying
to
taxes
put
on
those
that.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got paid to take that stuff away.
I guess. That's awesome.
Hmm.
Unusual Tales. Oh, that's a cool cover. Ditko art.
Looking at the Thors,
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, they have what 3 or 4 that first titled Thor issue.
Yeah.
I want to get that comic. It's so cool. It's a great cover.
Well, Jay, they have
Jim, I got to get it
they added
twice.
a lot more just since I came on here.
I got to get it twice. The first time I get it in the collection, I'll give it to you, and then the second time I'll keep it.
They have a lot of Thor on here. Wow, you are right.
Yeah, it's just the they would go alphabetical.
And this sucks. This collection had some of these, like
I
some
missed
of those
the Star
harder to
Wars.
find Turtles books, but it's all freaking jacked up.
Are they?
Yeah.
I just dug up. I don't have very many Turtles books, but I have a bunch signed by Eastman.
That's cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
I know Rick had a bunch of them. Oh, that's cool.
Do they got remarks?
This one does.
Has a remark?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it's not translating, but I trust you.
Yeah,
Oh, I kinda
right
see it
there.
in the Turtles. Yeah, yeah. Is it gold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gold,
Yeah.
Jerry. Gold.
It's that one.
Woohoo! Just sold a shirt.
And then this is some exclusive. I don't know which one it is, but it's a virgin. It's a virgin.
Virgin?
He's a virgin.
Virgin.
It's a
I will sacrifice it to the sacrificial gods.
I gotta see what Clayton Crane books I have, so I can have those. Make sure I have them for sale at the con, because Clayton Crane will be at this con signing books.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that. What would you have, Clayton Crane?
Oh, I have some of those Punisher books, the really cool type covers. I have the one where he's like holding the American flag, floating War Machine, or
Yep.
what's War Punisher called? Yeah, War Machine.
Yeah.
No,
That's not War Machine.
what's the Punisher Iron Man? It's Punisher 218 to 219, 220. Those books.
War Journal.
No.
I'm just throwing
The
stuff
ones
out.
that
I
we
don't read
sold,
Punisher.
Jace, you mean?
Yeah. What the crap is that? What the? I don't know.
What's the
I don't
one
remember.
called? Not
Huh?
Armor Wars.
No. They're in a. Oh God, they're from like 2014. What is he called? Faust, what's that called? Come on.
Frankencastle.
It's Frankenberry.
That's a delicious cereal.
War Castle.
War Castle Franken Machine.
I like that.
The third.
War Castle Franken Machine. What is it called? Man, I wish I had some of those Carnage covers. Like those covers were bad, eh? Carnage USA and stuff.
Carnage USA. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
nice. Those are him.
Yep.
Yeah, the C2E2 ones go for big money. Well,
Rick
the one
had a
does.
run of those a while ago. I think he had 1 through 4, and then he missed 5. Or is it 5-book run or 4-book run?
It's Punisher in the War Machine armor. That's what it is.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
I don't remember what the name of that book was.
like that cover.
Yeah,
I have that.
It's the one
cover.
where he was right. Yeah, that first appearance has got some money behind it, not a whole lot.
All of those books are like $30 or $40.
All of them, or just the first one?
Punisher 224 is like a $40 book. The one I just showed you.
Nice.
219 is like a $40 or $50 book. 218 is like a $50 book. Remember those 218s I sent in my first CGC submission, and they came back friggin' 9.0s because they had some color rub on the back.
We knew that was going to happen.
Other than that, you could have shaved with them, but
Yeah.
the color rub, color rub, which definitely comes from the manufacturer printing them and putting them in a box.
Yeah, it's all not fair, but
It's There you go, Faust. See, Frankencastle. He knew it.
he knew it.
He knew it was Frankencastle.
So what?
Jim,
now?
have you watched any Have you watched any Rafaus's content? Rafaus, you sound just like our friend Eric,
Oh,
who
does he?
spent many years in Raleigh Durham. Yes, so
Nice.
Oh, is he a
Yes.
Raleigh Durham man?
I don't know if Faust is, but he's in North Carolina, and he sounds very similar to Eric. I'm not sure which one of you is older, but whichever one of you is older, the younger one sounds like the older one. I have a feeling you're probably pretty similar ages.
Yeah, I think
Faust.
Faust is about the same age as us.
Yeah, so
You old bastard.
We're all old bastards.
So anyways, yeah. So I need to see if I have Clayton Crane books in my inventory, and make sure I have them available. The fellow who was next to me at the only con I've done before had his price. He had amazing books, but he had his prices really high, and so I was doing really well. But one thing, and he's
He
been in the
looked
business
over
for a
to you
long
and
time.
said, "Why are you doing so well?"
Yeah, well, he was like, oh, I could tell he was kind of eyeballing me, trying to figure out, what was up. But the one thing he did, which I had not, obviously I hadn't done a con before, so I hadn't seen this. What's his face was there. Roy Thomas was at that con,
Oh, that's cool. He's a nice guy.
and so this fella had like 2 short boxes of books of characters Roy Thomas either created or definitely books he wrote and stuff like that, and that was a super smart idea. So
Yeah.
there's several other artists, but I don't know that I would have any of their books.
You don't know any of them?
They've done some covers. Gus Mock is the one who did the Vampirella con exclusive book, which I think is actually pretty cool that they have a con exclusive. Since it's the first time they're doing this con.
Sure.
A Vampirella comic exclusive, Chase?
Yeah, that's a Happy Valley Comic Con exclusive, Jim.
Happy
That'd be
Valley.
pretty cool.
So there's probably only like 1,500 of them.
Who did it?
They Gus Mock is the guy's name, Mauk.
Is it M-O-C-K? Or M-A-W?
Mauk, Jim. Mock.
M-A-Q. Gus?
Mock.
Mark's from Worcester.
Let's go down to Harvard and beat the crap out of some smart kids. Hey, Will, let's go down to Harvard and beat the crap out of some smart kids. When I was in Boston visiting my buddy, he said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "I just want to hear somebody actually with one of those accents." And we went to a playground, and this little kid was like climbing up a hill, and he's like, his mom was like, "Hey, where you going?" And he's like, "I'm going to the moon." She's like, "Oh yeah? Well, don't go too far." And I was like, "That's it. That's all I needed from this whole trip. I'm going to the moon." Oh yeah?
Hey,
Don't go
Jay,
too far.
can you get me one of those ones? That'd be pretty cool to have.
Yeah, Jim.
I'm looking at it right now.
if any of you come out,
When you go, do you have help at your table, or you just rely on your neighbors?
no, I mean I'll just do it by myself. Yeah, I did the first one by myself. I think I had to pee once, so I'm just gonna pee in a bottle this time.
I am a little bit disappointed in the Happy Valley Comic Con.
It's not a great
Logo.
logo. It's not a
Not
great
a great
logo,
logo.
but they sold 300 pre-sale tickets as of sometime last week, which I think is a pretty good
Yeah, that's
indication. And they have 100 vendors,
Yeah.
so they're actually running shuttles from the university. I don't know how many students on campus are comic buyers, but we have had a shop in town for over 40 years. The same comic shop has been here for 40 years, so it's a good indication.
Yeah, it is.
So there's 100 pre-sales. That means they can buy 3 things from each vendor.
Yeah,
There's
they must.
there's three
You have to buy
300
3 things from
300
everyone.
pre-sales. So they have they have some voice actors, like people who did Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I guess the guy who they announced today co-created Space Ghost Coast to Coast. What was that on Cartoon Network? Space Ghost? Yeah, so he was a co-creator of that, which is cool. It'd be awesome to have some old Space Ghost books, but I wouldn't have anybody sign them because they're
Right.
Yeah.
Gold Key books from like the mid '60s or whatever. So, have you seen that book, Dolph? Out of the Gold Key books that continue to kind of
Yeah.
that
I mean,
first
I
Space
saw that
Ghost?
Space Ghost is starting to take off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I started looking at a lot of like first appearances in Gold Key, Dell and Gold Key, and I don't think there's many more that make sense unless you want H&R Puffin stuff or stuff like that.
Yay! Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's nothing really makes sense.
yeah, they're cool covers. So I will definitely be on the lookout for those books over the summer. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Griffin is ready to yard sale this summer. We're in a mission from God to find
To make $900.
to find that what you call it, that Cloverfield at a yard sale. He says, I said, maybe we'd find that at a yard sale. He's like, who would sell a $900 toy at a yard sale? I was like, somebody who doesn't know it's $900. Somebody who bought it when it was $17 back when it was $17 or whatever.
It'll be loved and for sale.
What is that? Pineapple juice?
What are you drinking? Pineapple juice?
No, I'm drinking we need a sponsorship, and I'm drinking Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Oh my god!
Beer Mountain Dew.
Out of a
Send
vintage
them.
Philadelphia.
If you want a sponsorship, how about Balduco chocolate wafers?
Nice.
The Huber brothers are on it.
They are. I like it.
Jimmy likes most crackers that you would be given on a European flight.
Pretty much.
What are those cookies you love?
Screw waffles or something.
No. Oh my gosh, Jace! As soon as you asked me,
That's funny.
They sell them by the night.
It's funny because I was watching Knives Out the other day, and Chris Evans was eating them.
Yeah.
Biscoffs.
Biscoff. Yes,
Biscoff.
Biscoff cookies. Yeah.
Biscoff cookies.
Those are good.
Biscoff spread. Have you ever had that?
No.
Oh my god!
You know what me and my wife do with those Biscoffs? We dip them in sweetened condensed milk.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Jesus.
It's friggin' awesome.
Oh my god.
I dip them
Holy
in my
indulgent.
coffee all the time. I dip them in my coffee and just.
I'll be like, Tammy, take me to the hospital.
Now, my wife's like, I have an idea. She breaks open a can. I was like, I want to try that. And it was
sounds good.
very, very indulgent.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you ate them with Earl Grey or something.
No.
And then
Do I
watch
look like Picard?
Masterpiece Theater.
With all pinkies out.
That is a very like childhood thing. I remember like Masterpiece Theater and Jim and our dad watching the first iteration of Doctor Who on PBS when we were kids.
Used to watch that all
Nice.
the time, man.
That was like on Saturday nights, I think, in Philadelphia, and they would watch
Doctor Who was
friggin'
on at night for you guys?
I think so. Wasn't
It
it
was
on
like- it was like 2 in
before
the
Star Trek:
afternoon
The
for
Next
us.
Generation, Jim?
Doctor
Star Trek: Next Generation was definitely at nighttime.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
Doctor Who
you're
was in the
talking about
afternoon, though.
Tom Baker, Doctor Who is in the afternoon, right? On PBS.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was in the afternoon.
Tom
like-
Baker's the best Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Sometimes we watch that. Sometimes we watch Kung Fu Theater.
Loved Kung Fu.
Yeah, Kung
Theater.
Fu Theater. Yeah, we watched that a lot actually.
That was my favorite. Kung
When
Fu
Griffin and I
Theater
do
was-
fake fighting, I tell him about Kung Fu Theater, and he calls when I move my voice, like try and do dub over. He calls it guy.
Yeah.
Do guy. I'll be like, Griffin, go to bed. I always loved it was like one dude who overdubbed every single Kung Fu Theater. I was like,
Same
why do
guy.
all the actors sound exactly the same?
Because it is the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I tried telling my son how like Saturday was like Abbott and Costello, Three Stooges. Then it was then we watched then it was Saturday morning cartoons. Then it was Kung Fu Theater or a Godzilla movie, and then it was like the Saturday movie of the week.
In my mind, the Kung Fu in Kung Fu Theater.
Oh, nice or fast.
Was amazing. Like I don't remember enough to know like if that is the case, but. Bum 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 bum. That's not the Kung Fu Theater theme song. Bum 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 bum. It's like the exact same intro to Bjork's Human Behavior. Right?
Yep, pretty much.
Bum bum bum. Human Behavior.
Sing it, Jason.
So Christopher, you and Dolph are doing really well in the Hot 10 this week.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Dude, I think I counted 5.
I was gonna say, I was like, this has got to be the high water mark for Christopher's top 10, Hot 10.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
somehow Lobo is still in the Hot 10.
I know.
I don't know if there's
It's
a
gone up,
lagging
too.
indicator or
No,
people
it's gone
have
up in
not-
value.
People have not watched like all the information. I don't know how it's happening, but
I updated my what is it, the CMZ thing, and it went up.
CLZ. Yeah.
TLC.
I have 7.
You're combining.
Oh, way to steal my thunder, pal.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, but Dolph's there's like a 4-book handicap, which means you
I
have
know.
9.
Oh, whoa.
That what?
There's a 4-book handicap. At
Hey,
least.
Jason, what's the over/under on my comics?
I'll throw that in there.
I love that I'm not even mentioned in the conversation because I never have anything on the top 10.
You will.
Yeah,
You will.
You will.
Yeah, when Adam Hughes passes away, I'll have everyone on
But
there.
I'm actually surprised you don't have one of the books here.
Jimmy is the top 10 this week.
What I thought was really funny about the Hot 10 though this week was that Chris wants one of the books more than anything, and that's the book he doesn't have
Yep.
on the Hot 10.
Yep.
A lot of holdovers on the Hot 10 this week though.
I might have found one. So,
Yeah?
yeah, the guy that I sold all those Batman comics to,
Mhm.
he one of his friends is looking to sell one and is willing to accept payment.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm currently in discussion.
Yeah, this is the book that I refuse to FOMO about. I'm not even participating on this one.
Can we talk about the fact A98 sold for $550?
Yeah, it's
Mm,
crazy.
that's
These
dumb.
people are
That's
going
exactly
to be.
what I'm not playing into.
I shouldn't say they're going to be disappointed because who knows? Maybe
No, they're
maybe
gonna be
these characters
disappointed.
resonate with an audience and it becomes insane. But there's a good chance. Also, this movie's coming out 7.5 years from now? Like
Yeah.
maybe buy it then.
Yeah.
Like I think it's gonna hit a lull over the next 2,000 days, which is 2,200 days or whatever it's gonna be between now and when this film comes out.
Only 4 Faust? Well, there's a lot. This is
There's no way I beat Rafast.
Chris, how many do you have?
5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jimmy and I got Goose Egg.
Does anybody have the authority? No, nobody.
This could be in the dollar bins in my basement. To be perfectly honest, because I had a lot, a lot of Wildstorm stuff
It might
in
even be
there.
worth a look, but
I
don't
have the
think
trade.
so.
Does that count?
Sure, why not?
6. Yes.
But I really like the fact that a 9.8 sold for $550 and a 9.4 sold for $52.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I only have the Authority Revolution number 3. That's it, which is a non-anything.
And a 9.0 still of a book. A 9.0 of a book from what year is this? 99. So a 9.0, which is still decent for a book from 1999, sold for $25. I mean, as a bonus, first appearance of Midnighter and Apollo in Stormwatch 4, 9.8 3 times this week, sold for $599 for 9.8, $480 and $450. See, now the bonkers part about that is somebody paid $365 for a 9.4 of that book this week.
Ridiculous.
Why?
Somebody
Why?
paid $365 for 9.4, and somebody else got a 9.8 for $450. So if you're gonna go bonkers, I would try and go bonkers and buy the 9.8.
Don't buy this book until 2025 when everybody forgot about it.
This is what I'm saying. When is this film going to come out? Probably like 7 years, right?
Maybe.
Who knows?
There are
It's
children
lower on
who
the list.
don't exist yet that will be third graders by the time this movie comes out.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
There are people who don't exist whose parents will have spent tens of thousands of dollars to make sure they didn't die by the time this movie comes out.
Yeah.
Like, that's bonkers.
See, that's why right now I'm not too worried about the Swamp thing because he said that's the last on the slate, and it was a 10-year plan. So
yeah.
I said as soon as next year, when everybody forgets and all the values drop because there's no new news coming out about it, I am going to buy up all the Swamp
Thing.
Thing.
I didn't pull the trigger on the Creature Commandos because that book's gonna flop in a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I do think Christopher that Swamp Thing's first appearance is going to continue on.
That's always going to be.
But yeah, you're probably right. Like the 72 series. Swamp Thing 1 will probably cool off a bit, and some of those other ones will probably chill out a little bit.
I have one.
You have number 1?
I have one.
Okay.
It's not the greatest of copies, but it's not the worst either.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was the best of times. It wasn't the best of times. It wasn't the worst of times.
No, it was pretty mediocre times.
It's the mediocre of times.
The times were kind of meh.
Yeah, the water it wasn't cold. It was like lukewarm.
The reruns are watchable.
It was tepid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Rafaus. They could have got 5 Silver Age ASMs instead of a crappy book.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did Man-Thing 1
Dolph shows you how.
Man-Thing got friggin' punked by Swamp Thing because Man-Thing is second rate in comparison.
Man-Thing 1.
Hot take on the Hot 10.
Man-Thing was on the Hot 10 for 27 straight weeks.
I know, right?
Crazy. Well,
Jim, I can't believe
this is first one for Chris.
I can't believe
And
that Jimmy and I have never owned.
Jimmy doesn't have this one. You don't have Spider-Man, Star Wars 1, Jimmy?
No.
We never had these Star Wars books.
No.
Hello.
Never had those books.
I do remember them being pretty affordable though when we were teenagers.
Even when you started buying comics, Star Wars was very affordable.
And this one's been going up a lot too. Number 2.
Number 2, yeah. There's some great first appearances in that one too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is like the in between, and 4 gained a little steam just because it's the death of Obi-Wan.
Oh, I just realized my microphone was all the way up there. Oh. Does that mean you guys couldn't hear me the whole time?
No, I could hear you just fine.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay. Maybe it's because it's out of the zoom camera. 3 sepia first appearance. 9 sixes for $1,200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My copy's probably a 7.
231.
Was it that bad, Faust?
Versus the average of 227. That's up. That's up a medium iced coffee from Dunkin'.
Yeah.
I'll bring coffee.
But then when you see like a 6.0 for $2.10 and a 7.0 for another $21, hell yeah.
That looks like a good bet. Yeah.
Looks like a good buy. Get that 7.0.
Goodbye.
Is goodbye.
Is goodbye.
Is goodbye.
It's goodbye. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, what we really don't have to say anything, right?
No, Wars. We don't. Star Wars. Number 9.
Yes. Christopher, I do have to give it to you being a Star Wars collector, because it seems like Star Wars during the time I've been collecting are like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just flirt, like pull at your emotions so much.
I think now that there's been some consistent content coming out of Star Wars, that there's no lull. There's always something to be semi-excited about.
Yeah, it's always been
that was
crazy,
between the prequels and Mandalorian. There was nothing happening.
Yeah,
and it was just up and down and up and down. So now at least people are.
I'm really interested to see how much. What is it? It's 42, right? Is the first 42 is not Fett. The first. Is 42 first Boba Fett
or Mandalorian?
Or first Mandalorian, and then the yellow one is the first Boba Fett, right? The yellow cover one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's 69. Is that what?
8.
68. So it's interesting to me that those books have come down dramatically, and yet like they've got the best thing going in terms of if you want to get excited because there's a
think
show
so.
about.
If I'm going to say anything, I'm going to say that none of those middle books anybody got excited about, so their prices weren't driven.
Yeah.
Anything Mandalorian, the prices were driven high, and now they're just coming back down to earth. So
I just think those are incredible covers, though, too.
They're
Like
great
I think
covers.
those two covers are two of the standout covers in the run. So.
I've been looking at that first Return of the Jedi. I want to buy that in high grade too. That first Jedi book. It's a nice cover.
Yeah.
There's a few of them. They're like really cool covers.
Well, who did those covers? It wasn't.
The Jedi books were somebody different. I have to look that up.
Yeah, same person did all 4 though, right?
Yes, same person did all 4.
All right, Wolverine 1. This is week number 4.
1.
I think. Again, this is my regret that I didn't buy this when I first started back collecting, because Wolverine's always been my guy. And then it went bonkers, and then it came way back down, and now it seems like it's going. I mean, the 9.6 has gained 30% versus the annual average, which is crazy because there's nothing other than Wolverine being in the next Deadpool that is particularly crazy about this.
Yeah, no wonder I like it. The Return of the Jedi covers were Sienkiewicz.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Sienkiewicz.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're
that
very
makes a lot of
straightforward artwork,
Yeah, there's not much to it. It's just like hero pose, plain background, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Anyways, Wolverine.
Good
Good book.
Wolvie.
Good book. Good price.
Pick it up.
9.
What's the significance of that again?
Yeah. Oh, I know. I just sold 3 shirts already tonight during the sale.
3 shirts.
Woohoo! All right, there it is. Sorry, Chris.
No, don't be sorry. I will have it one day. I will have multiple one day.
Did you see this? A 6.0 sold for $200 more than a 6.5 this very week.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That is some serious like jumbling in those mid-grade prices there.
Well, I was thinking about that.
1638,
I was thinking about that, and in all honesty, because of the hype that's going on right now, it just might have been what was available.
Could be. But look at the like the 90-day average is the average. I think it's the 90-day average. The 90-day average of the 6.0 is above the 90-day average of the 6.5.
Yeah.
Which
12%.
Now this would help though if this is included in that average, because it's like a $200 outlier. So that would skew an average if there was only like 4 or 5 sales in that grade. But right. It is kind of interesting. Like, Chris, do you have any idea of what is it a raw book that the friend of the friend has?
I'm not 100% sure, because I was going through him, and then he gave me his email. So I hit him up and I asked him for all the details. I'm just waiting to hear what he says back.
An 8.0 with a record-breaking $4,000 sale this week.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I think this is one. If I just think about covers that I think are just cool, this has got to be one of the covers I think is the coolest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I just like. Jim, what's this called? Like, is it stippling, that technique that the Bernie Wrightson uses on this cover, where it's like everything looks like it's
like a rapidograph.
I really love that Bat House of Secrets logo too, and then the trade dress is cool. That kind of old spooky haunted house.
That would look great
dress
on a black shirt. Just there's no escape from the House of Secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, just such a
put it up on your thing. I'll buy one.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Do it.
Great.
I dare you. I dare you.
Fine, I'll do it. Whatever. Fine. Love that.
Yeah, I don't.
What happened?
Interiors too.
Did Rafaus just say that he grabbed this book out of the dollar bin?
No, he said just grab it out of the dollar bin.
Oh,
yeah. No doubt.
He's daring you. Go ahead, find one for $1.
I was about to go down to North Carolina and start digging through all of the dollar bins.
So
there used to be a really cool comic store down in Raleigh, downtown Raleigh, and I'll tell you what, you did find really cool stuff there because literally nobody knew it was there. It was an alleyway.
Yeah,
it was a red door. It was a red door, and then when you go in the red door, it was literally a hallway of like folded chairs and old cardboard signs on the left side, and you had to walk like 30 feet to another red door, and you go in there, and then that was the comic shop.
You had to knock shaving a haircut 2 bits.
Yeah, really.
See, Dolph, you have 2 guaranteed sales. Michael said he'd buy one too.
Cool. What's the password?
Walt sent me.
Comics. So anyways, House of Secrets 92. Great book. Pick it up at the flea market.
Yeah.
For $1.
I mean, so realistically though, is this a book to invest in right now, or I think is another one you just wait another year and a half, it'll drop back down to earth. I mean, it's just too close to the news.
Yeah, I mean,
it's already been up.
I don't think this book has seen an insane spike, but because it's been
expensive. I mean, a lot of these are single-digit increases, and just because it's too expensive, which is why I'm surprised that is Swamp Thing one on here? The top 10?
Yeah.
It is later on the list, so there you go.
Yes.
So, and that would be why that one is later on the list, because
I mean, I think that this book probably is on the list more so because there's 5 grade points that are up, but the 8.0 with that big 17% jump is probably the most significant.
I wonder where that sold to, if that was at an auction or not.
Yeah,
because usually when you see a sale like that,
generally speaking, wildly it's interesting because like during my like 19 or 20 months, you've seen wildly expensive books that have gone bonkers, right? Like high grade X-Men ones, that now are worth like, I don't know, 70, 80 grand less than what they sold for.
Yeah.
But these books that were like in that middle, like they were always like a $2,000, $3,000 books. They seem to have taken steps up, but not gotten crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like even things like I don't know, like lesser characters but first appearances like Wonder Man. Like that's all like that big jump initially, but then it's kind of stabilized again, and you can still get that first Wonder Man for a couple $100, which is what it should cost. It's freaking old. So, you know, so it's
But like
interesting to see books like this.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards Silver Age stuff in the modern. I would definitely go like I would just go after this book.
But this is like what we're all three of us are talking about. All four of us are talking about, and you just mentioned it, Duff. It's like it's expensive enough that like it probably didn't get a huge.
Yeah.
Because like your average person who may fall, I don't want to say your average person who may fall victim to FOMO because that sounds rude, but like the crazed like lot, you know, 100 copies on eBay can't happen with something that's, you know, multiple thousands of dollars. Like there's not that many people who would even want to sell their copy.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's 50, and it's like 50 years old.
Right. Yeah, because it's got to be from what, like 68 or
71 says.
Oh wow, okay, 71. Yeah, it's a 15 center. So, but yeah, what that's still 52 years old. Yeah. So,
but this falls it like unlike a lot of the books on this list. This falls into a major Silver Age DC key. Like this is a big book. Like this is no joke. Like this is, you know, when you're talking about like those undervalued DC keys, this is definitely one of them. One of the more affordable ones.
Yeah.
This next one.
It's the gift. It's the one that keeps on going, man. This is like
I feel like this thing has to fall though after Ant-Man and the Wasp.
The movie premieres next week, and it's going to
drop
right off this list. So
$500 for a 9.6, like I don't know, man.
And what did I say I paid for it? Like $60?
No, you did great, Chris. But I just think $500 for a 9.6 is.
I don't even know how many of
book
these
from
I
1979 is when it's not his. It is shocking. You mentioned this, I think, 2 weeks ago, Dolph. The fact that Avengers, whatever it is, Avengers 181, his true first appearance, you still get for like $70.
Yeah. How many of these do I have?
I just saw something that Kevin Feige has slipped that he would really like to have an Ant-Man number 4 to close out the series.
Yeah, I saw that.
I love me some Paul Rudd.
So you could still get some mileage out of this one.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about is that I don't think Michael Pena got to go into the
he won't be in this, will he?
Yeah, he won't be in this, and I love me some Michael Pena explanation in the Ant-Man movies. This one seems like it's certainly going to be more serious. Yeah, this is going to be the why so serious version of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So Chris, you have a 9.6, right? Of this? Isn't yours a 9.6?
It's not graded.
Oh. But didn't other Chris, CGC or CGL Chris came back a 9.6, right?
I think so. I think his was a 9.6.
And he got his at the flea market for like $20 or something crazy like that.
I don't remember if he got it at a flea market or got it at a local store, but he definitely, you know, he wasn't a big collector of comics. He didn't know much about him, just what his dad taught him, which was like, you know.
And you cleaned and pressed it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways.
It was a 6.0 until I got my hands on it and turned it into a 9.6.
You have to say that like you're reading from a script.
Yes.
It was a 6.0 until I got my hands on it and turned it into a 9.6.
CGC 9.6 guaranteed.
Bing.
Bing.
Yeah. Anywho, if I had this book, I would be selling this book right now. I would be
would you
be taking advantage of the hype.
You'd be selling it?
I follow the Public Enemy approach, and I will not believe the hype. I won't believe the hype.
You've learned from the book of Chuck D.
That's right.
I'm going to die with all my comics. I'll just turn them into the Dolph's dead pedigree.
Dolph's dead
pedigree. These are all books that Dolph died with.
Anyways, you find it at the flea market. The price is right. You can still pick up Marvel Premiere 47.
This is definitely a book that you can find at a flea market.
Find it at the flea market, yeah.
Yeah, this is perfect flea market fodder.
Mega Man 3,
79.
additionally, you can find at the flea market and has been found amongst the four of us at the flea market.
Yeah.
Multiple times, yes.
That's number 3 for me. Another one that I paid I think I paid under $50 for it.
You got this on Whatnot, right? You bought both these books.
I bought both of them
last year.
Yeah, I bought both of them on Whatnot from a seller that I buy a bunch of stuff from. So
before the hype.
Before the hype. I like Lobo, so I wanted it.
Right.
So that's my where the Ant-Man was kind of a pseudo prospect book for me. This one was one that I wanted for my collection.
What Lobo in his figure skating jumper?
Yeah.
Has he kidnapped this woman? What is he?
He's got the bounty on her.
Is he space trafficking this poor young lady? What is happening here?
He's bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter.
What was her crime? Looking fly?
No.
I mean, what happened? What happened to this poor gal?
It's jaywalking with your boobies out.
So, anyways, I don't think we really need to say anything more about this.
No.
It's been said.
Yeah.
How they breathe. That's a good question. There's no air in space.
And this is there's another one for Chris, I guess, huh?
Number 4 on the list. Look at me.
I don't have this one.
I just showed it off.
Did you did not sell this one when you sold all the other
Nope.
Batmans?
No, I didn't include them in the. Because I was going to keep them for myself because
he held onto it.
Because
I don't know, Chris. If you read the description of the first cameo appearance, I think your other one really is more of appearance of Damian Wayne than this one is.
Yes, the other one is
Son of the Demon.
Because he's in the shadows in this one, but he's actually a little baby in the other one.
Well, there's this one.
Baby.
There's this one. I
Which
think
one?
this is
the yellow.
Yeah, this is the cameo. This one's like the first full appearance.
That's the first appearance right there.
And then there's the next one that I also have 657, which is the first cover appearance.
But of course, because that other one isn't on this list, did they all go for this one?
I guess so.
And they decided that
the masses decided that this was going to be the one.
Was the first appearance.
I can't remember whether this Min Hunter or Comic Tom or Pressable Defects, but they were talking about these books like a year ago. And the idea that already people were much more hyped on 655 than 656, and they just couldn't understand why.
But 656 has been selling for more.
It has.
Not currently that I know of, but in the past it has. For a raw copy, it's a $30 difference.
First appearance of Damian in cameo on last 2 pages. So they're just saying cameo. First appearance of Damian in cameo. And then this one.
That one sell for $76?
First full appearance of Damian.
Oh, those are still bids.
So 656.
And then what does it say about 657? Is that going for anything? The first cover appearance?
That's probably what it'll say. Let's see. Where's 657?
Yeah,
wow, that's crazy. I guess you guys were talking about that graphic novel before I got on.
Yeah, because I have like 3 copies of it because it was impossible to find.
It's crazy that book was from '87, just like 19 years before this.
Yeah,
and they had the story at least that a son of
Well, that
Right.
was the whole thing. That was an Elseworld one shot, and the whole thing revolved around Batman going to like Ra's al Ghul, and that's where he meets Talia, and they do
Just
the
says
nasty.
Robin
And at
versus
the
Damien.
and at the end of the book, she has a child, and like I said, it's considered an Elseworld story, so nothing ever happened
Right. Not
until
continuity, yeah.
Grant Morrison did this.
Yeah.
He kind of did a little throwback to that. So, and I was saying earlier, I was like, well, technically, the Son of the Demon book is the first like a cameo because they show the baby. There's a baby.
Really crazy that I mean, this is just bonkers though. 17 copies in a 9.8 sold for higher than the previous 12-month average. The highest 9.8 sale this week was $450 versus the 90-day average of $192. I mean, that is crazy.
This was literally last week it was like a $30 book.
The highest 9.6 sale this week was $175 versus the average of $86.
Stupid.
Yeah. These do have to be hard to get in newsstands, though. 2 newsstand sales posted this week. Oh my God! A newsstand 9.6 sold for $290, which sold for $56 this past December, like 2 months ago. That would be a nice return on your investment.
Yeah.
No kidding.
56 and a 290 in 2 months.
That I think Rafael nailed it. That has to be the reason.
Maybe.
They just
Is
like
it
the
a
red
jock
cover.
Oh, it's not a jock cover.
Yeah, it's just
Pretty
a badass
cool.
cover. It's
That's
iconic.
I like bats.
It's an iconic cover.
It's a Kubert.
Iconic.
Kubert.
So there's a Kubert variant. 1 in 10. Adam Kubert
He
variant.
probably did a different one. Kubert did this one and did this one. That's a cool
Oh, yeah.
cover, the 1 in 10.
That 1 in 10 is cool.
Yeah. Hot damn.
Yeah. Anywho, you can find that one at the flea market. I almost bet you.
I'm
Yeah,
sure of it.
Probably.
This one's stupid. This is so gonna drop.
Yeah, it's definitely going to drop. I don't get it either. I would never buy this book.
Mm-mm. You'd have to give me $20 to take the book. How about that?
That's not true.
That's not true. That is not true.
That is, yes,
Lie.
yes. It
Lie.
well, no, it isn't.
No, it's not true. You know that you could get this book and then turn this into half a House of Secrets 92.
What? No, not that. Is it? Oh my God! Yes, it is. Holy crap!
9.8 sold for $1,275.
That's
So,
the
yeah.
dumbest thing I've ever heard before in my life. My whole
So
life.
here's the question:
life.
Is
It's
is
not super
this
short printed either.
by
It's 6,000.
HBO? Is this somehow going to get drawn out into a multi-season project, or is it going to be this season and
Well,
done?
there is a second game, so they at least have that much more IP or written whatever, so they can stretch it out to 2 seasons at least.
Yeah, but how
Last of Us?
often?
Yeah.
Last of Us has already been. They've already said that they're going to make a second season.
See, I think this
Yeah,
book
I know,
might have
but just
stayed.
not
This
knowing
book-
how it ends, I know that the second season could just they'll age up what's her name and they'll just have her be in the second season.
Yeah.
I think this book could have some legs, you guys. Like, I think like if it's popular and people are freaking talking about that show a lot right now, so if it's
Yeah, they are.
popular, it could have a little Walking Dead action going on. I don't see it going 10 seasons or anything like that, but I could see it having some legs just because of how small the print run was.
I mean,
in the first
you're
place.
going to get into the Game of Thrones situation, though. You got 2 seasons of actual written material
Sure.
from the game, but I also know that the game takes 20-something hours to, well, not 20-something hours to play, 30-something hours to play. So you have maybe in 30 hours you have 1 hour, maybe 2 hours of actual game footage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that this book is like freaking Star Wars or anything like that. But I think like it might be a little less. I don't know that if the drop will be that precipitous. Like
Maybe not.
I just don't see like video game IPs holding its value like that. It's going to drop.
There's no precedent, right? There's no video game book that's held its value for any long amount of time. Not that I know of.
Not really.
Sonic, maybe? I mean, Sonic books do well.
How is the God of War? How is the God of War book?
Steady. It hasn't dropped. It's just steady. I have, that 9.8 from, I forgot, what is it, Ward something comics.
And that series is still slated to be on what?
It's a live action.
Yeah, that's going to be Amazon Prime, I think.
Something like that. We'll turn that into a Game of Thrones thing. But they also said that they're going to make it around the new version of God of War, so they're going to make it Nordic. Which I don't know why they do that. There's so much. They should
this is
go.
Interesting, right? Like, is this book? So it says prequel comic book released 2 months prior to the video game launch. So, is it a comic book? Is it a comic book show, or is it a video game show?
No, it's a video game show.
It's
the
totally
comic was released in tandem with the game, but it's a video game show. It is almost shot for shot in some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I would not buy this book, but if this book were in a collection, I would be interested.
Oh, of course.
No, certainly not buying it now.
Of course.
I mean, and we should talk about the key top 10 in terms of whether we're buying it as a good investment or not, instead of whether it should be at a fair market.
I wouldn't put my money on it.
I would not put my money, especially not now. I would wait until either the season. Not only is the season over, but it hasn't been talked about for a few months. Like, I'll wait until maybe the fall to buy this book, because it'll have dropped by then, I would hope. But I'm not buying this book anyway. Like Chris said, I'm not buying video game comics. I just don't think they have the longevity.
No, and it's not my bag, so it's not even something that I would want for myself.
It's like getting a Game of Thrones comic. Like, I loved the show, or I did love the show. Like,
Yeah.
Are you buying the book to support the show, or you think that Game of Thrones might come back, or I don't know. No. Plus, did you ever see the interior art? It's not good.
I never even seen one.
It's terrible.
Have you ever seen the cartoons? Most of the cartoons that are popular today, not good.
It's just funny though, because you see a nice a water.
Not like when we were kids. He-Man was a masterpiece.
It's like you see a nice watercolor cover though, and you open up and it's like Squirrel Girl, and I'm like, oh.
Squirrel Girl. Dolph was hurt by Squirrel Girl at some point in time in his past.
Squirrel Girl makes me angry.
Squirrel Girl did you dirty.
Erica, what's her name? Erica Hernandez, whatever. Erica Fernandez. She's just terrible. She's such a bad artist. And it's funny how Squirrel Girl looks exactly like her too.
There's number 5. There's number 5.
Yeah, you're all over Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah, man.
I love this. This is first Alec Holland.
This is a great book. Great cover. Those Swamp Thing covers did really good with the purple, didn't they?
Yeah. So cool.
I love the Volume 1 covers.
Let's look at it.
They're so good.
So good. They definitely, because, this is 70s, so like it's like right in the heart of DC horror too. Like so many great, like I love all that DC horror stuff, like Ghost Vault, whatever. Like they're all so cool.
I never realized. Did you guys ever take note that they used, Jim? What's that font called? The 70s iron-on transfer font. First startling issue is in that font.
It's Cooper Black.
That's Cooper.
Cooper Black. Yeah, there it is.
You nerds.
Is Cooper Black.
Yep.
It doesn't even detract from that trade dress.
No.
Which is cool. Which means it just matched everything in the 70s.
Yeah, but that
that
big
Swamp
old
Thing is
friggin'
so
color
hand-drawn,
break
too.
wrinkle up top does.
kids soccer jerseys or Swamp Thing covers. Super black, the font of the people.
For the people, by the people.
For the people, by the people.
Well, Jay, look at the DC and the 20 cent. It's that's also a
that's
also a jersey iron-on letter.
Yep.
Numbers.
Yep. Yeah, those are
basic varsity font or Letterman font.
Yeah, that font I have in my collection is just called font, actually.
Font.
Yeah, that's either varsity or Letterman or whatever, university or whatever, or collegiate. But this book has like very solid price stability.
Yeah.
Like you see that a 4 or 5 is still worth $181. A 6.5, 220 is 7.0, 700 or 250, 259. Yeah, there's a much bigger difference between that 7.5 and the 8.0 than the 7 and the 7.5 though. $9 versus a $91 difference.
Man, it's saying I don't even have one. I thought I did have one. I only have 2, 3, and 14.
Dolph's got $6 on the top 10.
I don't have this one. Thought it was 7. Now it's 6.
Dolph, I'm catching up.
You are catching up.
See, this book, like you guys said, this book is less expensive, so 200% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week. Yep. Whereas we did not see the same thing with what you call it.
No, I paid $50 for it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I got that along with a handful, like up until I got like 1, 2, like 4, 6, 7, 8. 10 and 11, I think, all on like one shot. From my buddy who was selling next to me with all the Star Wars toys at the con. He found this in a collection, and I told him, I said, hey, listen, if you don't sell them, I'll make you a deal on all of them. And he didn't sell them. He's like, Kind of sold them all for like $20 a piece, except for this one. He sold for $50.
All right, so we get to what I think is the most controversial book on this list, Booster Gold 1. People were paying $721 for a 9.8 of this book this week. $721. A DC #1 from 1986. For a direct edition, they were paying $721.
Respect. Finally, it's getting
versus
some respect.
The 90-day average of $383. A 9.6 sold for more than 100% more than the 90-day average for this book. That is crazy.
One of the first appearances in this book, James Gunn has already killed off.
Yeah, killed him. Or did he? Who was Blackguard?
Dun, dun, dun.
That was
Pete Davidson,
right? Yeah.
Gets his face blown off.
That's awesome. Or did he?
Dun dun dun.
You guys see the Canadian price variant this week in a 9.8 sold for $1,192.
That's crazy.
I don't even know if I have a newsstand. I know. Hold on.
Because I know people like to collect Canadian price variants, but they don't. I've never seen them go for significant dollars more.
You're absolutely right about that. I have a Voltron #1 Canadian price variant, and it's like the same as a #1. Not much more.
Listen to this. So this week, a 8.5 of the Canadian price variant sold for $90.
I do have a newsstand.
An 8.0 sold for $150. This says, in any other circumstance, the 8.0 Canadian selling for $60 higher than the 8.5 would be cause for suspicion and dismissal from this analysis. But due to the buying frenzy that resulted from the TV series announcement, it is likely legitimate. A 1,173% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week.
Yeah, I realize I have a newsstand too.
This price is unsustainable in the short term.
Well, yeah, but once again, it's got to be a situation where where an 8.0 was available and in the buying frenzy,
Well, no,
people were just buying.
Yeah, I don't. That makes perfect sense to me. Like, that makes perfect sense to me that somebody would just overpay. I mean, it's only $60 freaking
Right.
difference, but I mean, the book as a whole is unsustainable at those prices.
Oh no, for sure. And
although, if they crush this character, you could see this book being worth a lot of money.
well, that's my thoughts on this. I'm not a Booster Gold fan. I can't stand the character. He pisses me off. But James Gunn is good at doing stuff like that.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
He can totally
is perfect
destroy, just slay with this show, and I can.
I just
definitely
see him totally making him look like a douche.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like, James Gunn will really do that well.
It's going to be one of those shows I'm going to hate watch.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
I think if you paid $721 for this book this week, you better hold on to it for the 6 years or whatever.
Maybe
because I
think
think
about
you could get it for half this price next year.
I should
Right?
probably sell one of my 9/8s.
If you have them graded, I would probably sell it and buy two in the fall.
Yeah.
2 9/8s for the same, with the money that you bought.
Double your pleasure.
I'll put it on eBay. First appearance of Blackguard, Pete Davidson.
Because that's definitely a selling point.
I did not grade my newsstand though. Maybe I should grade that one.
There you go. Do it.
Did you see Rafal's comment?
No, what did he say?
He literally skipped picking this up in a dollar box last weekend.
No.
You and your dollar boxes, man. I don't think.
We gotta find out where Faust lives.
I need to go to wherever the hell you go.
He lives in North Carolina.
I thought he said he's further south than that.
No, further south from Raleigh, I thought he said.
Oh, further south than Raleigh.
Jim, we need to send Rafaust a video of Eric talking.
Eric's lost some of it. Not a lot of it, though.
Why would you do that? He lives in a place where everybody talks like that.
I just want to. I want to. It's his vocal doppelganger. So that's the hot 10 this week. Kids.
That's the hot 10 this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Lots of oscillating prices. Chris is
this is my best week yet.
Chris is having his best week ever.
And just think, if Witches knocks one of the books I don't have off of this.
Oh, I think Witches will probably be on this next week.
Yeah,
I think so.
Might be on this next week.
Yeah, it was just announced today, right?
Yeah, it was just announced today.
So
the interesting thing is, though, they talked about that book being optioned months ago.
They talk about that book being optioned like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, like a while back.
Yeah, but I know Snyder is also working on a second one, so there's going to be another Witches run.
Telling you, I'm waiting on that magic order.
Yeah, no kidding.
Once the magic order comes out, I'm gonna have some.
You're in the money.
Me some fun tonight.
I'm gonna have some top 10 stuff. Every once in a while, I have something in the hotkeys section of this.
Well, hotkeys usually leads to this eventually.
Yeah. Hotkeys.
They always have some Adam Hughes in the hotkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Which is number 1 is top of the tops in hotkeys. They have it as a $12 high book right now. What is that $50 right now on eBay?
Yeah, I know I didn't pay very much for them.
For which one?
Which is number 1.
Oh. That can't be more, even now, can't be more than a $15 book, right?
I mean,
I don't know.
Can.
I mean, it can, but
should it be?
It can, but is it?
I think I paid like $10 for it, and then I bought a set of the full run. It's only like 6 books, so I bought a set for like $25.
You know, I'm hearing.
How do you spell it?
WYTCH. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I'm hearing that they're struggling with how to make Something's Killing the Children.
I'm sure they are.
They're not quite sure how to do
How
it.
to show all the dead children.
Yeah.
Is what I heard.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see,
almost-
which
I
is
almost think
which
it-
is number one?
Would it be better as an animated versus a live action?
Which is
Probably.
number one? CGC 98. There's 3
can't-
days left on one of them. 2 bids for $66 so far.
I can't wait to see who they
Two bids
cast
for
as
$66.
Erica Strange.
Or you can buy it in the 9.98 for $130. Buy it now.
What is this?
This is which is number one in the
Witches.
98.
Whoa.
Witches.
Which is 1 and a 9/8.
You know, I always think it's really interesting when people on like a marketplace or something, like somebody who has probably a legit collection, puts like comic collection $20,000, and then they say how many long boxes. Then they don't show any
They
of
don't
the
show
actual
anything.
books that would justify
It's just a stack of long
being-
boxes.
tens of thousands of dollars.
And
Like,
those
wait a
long
second.
boxes are like stained brown
second,
and like
Chris.
falling
This-
apart.
Yeah.
Is
The
this
bet-
witches about like
It's about witches.
folklore witches?
It is.
it's like a cult witches, isn't it?
Like horrible, ghastly witches, or is it like
They're-
good-looking
they-
witches?
It's.
Or is it like Hocus
No,
Pocus
they're
witches?
no, it's not hocus. It's like
Is it
they're, it's like ghastly, like forest dwelling witches and
Ooh, maybe I would like this title.
people in the town who kind of appease it by
Chris, are they-
offering
are they
things.
foxy
people.
witches?
Are they what?
Are they foxy witches?
They're not foxy witches. No, not even a little.
'Cause I see the Jock number one second print variant, and it has like a little disgusting finger.
The chat is discussing urethra, Jason.
What's that?
The chat is discussing your wreath.
It's just getting warmed up, sucker.
He said, Rafael said is that a Christmas wreath behind Jason?
Well,
Michael says
it's a Christmas wreath, not a Christmas reef. I mean, it would be in the
it's a
ocean.
wreath.
How about this? I'll get you a poster
It's
of
all-
Aretha Franklin. We'll put it back.
He said, and Michael
I
said,
thought you were
he said
talking
that
about
it's
Jason's urethra.
the Black History,
I was
the
like,
Black History
what
Month
is
wreath.
going on here?
We'll get a Aretha Franklin poster for the.
Oh boy, we're
This is fine velvet.
I bet it is.
Mhm.
yeah, is that gloss plastic on the other side?
I like that this has been here. It's been ridiculous. This has been up for weeks yet. This is the first time it's getting any love.
Well,
That's just getting the love it deserves.
I think I'm going to keep it.
You should. You should definitely.
Keep
if it makes you feel
I'm
any
gonna get-
better, we still
I'm gonna
have the
get
one
these-
on our front
Jason,
door.
you know when you take it down? Thanksgiving. Then you put
I'm
it
gonna
back
get
up
I'm
again.
gonna get one of those cat spray bottles to water it.
You should.
Spray bottles you spray cats with.
There you go. Just put a picture of Aretha Franklin in the middle of your wreath.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, do it.
I like it too. I'm gonna keep it. on.
RESPECT.
It'll probably actually come down. I got friends coming over for the Super Bowl. I gotta put a fat head of Donovan McNabb right there.
Nice.
Actually, I'll probably get a picture of Jason Kelsey in a mummer's outfit.
I
Just put
I
it
feel
there.
really good about the Eagles. I just don't think the Chiefs have their team's just not together.
The Eagles
Hey,
could be
did
the
you hear that
first
today
team in-
Juju Smith-Schuster told everybody that he hates Philly cheesesteaks?
he's just being contrary.
Juju's just being Juju. That's
The Eagles,
so stupid.
the Eagles
Why?
could be the first team in history to break both the starting quarterbacks of the opposing team in the championship game and the Super Bowl.
I know what I'm doing next year.
Michael's just coming up with better ideas all the time.
Dude, he's on point. He's
Michael,
on
do
point.
you want Dolph to make an Aretha Franklin
T-shirt?
T-shirt?
I definitely should.
A Black History Month T-shirt?
Only sold in February.
Only in February.
That's okay. She's the queen. Oh, that's so funny.
He will wear it.
That settles it.
Yeah, so I got a couple T-shirts to work on. Oh, you have to see. Well, I showed Jimmy this morning. My let's see if I
Did
can
you
find
see
it.
Jimmy this morning?
No, I shared it with him this morning. I don't know if it's on here.
Michael's going to send you his own T-shirt
Nice.
to get dye subbed.
Yeah, what's the deal, Michael? They don't ever have like extra the tall shirts on any of those sites. I can't not have a 2XLT. It's always like a 2X, so I try to get the 3X, and it's just too big on the shoulders there. I don't like it.
They sell 2XL S's.
Yeah, they
Extra
sell
large- extra large short.
extra short. So then my like every time I like reach for something, my gut hangs out.
This is my creation that I've been brainstorming with Jimmy forever.
Nice.
Hilarious.
General Toe as a General Chicken. That is.
General
I'll
Tito.
have this up on eBay soon.
Yeah, that's great. General Tiso.
Yep. Jimmy, how long have we thought about this shirt?
Oh, it's been forever since I met you.
But what was? Because
been
I
a
was
long
thinking
time.
about it. What was the saying you gave me? Was it "cluck you" or something like that? What did you say? You said something that he should be wearing like a banner that said something. I remember we were in tears at the diner. Holy crap, was it funny?
That's why you got to write this stuff down.
I thought I did. I should have my whatever threads book here somewhere.
Is this that episode of Seinfeld where he comes up with that joke in the middle of the night? And he writes.
Yeah.
He thinks he
Yes,
scribbles it on that
exactly.
sheet of
On a
paper.
napkin.
He can't read what he wrote.
Then he can't remember. He can't
Like,
figure out what he wrote.
What?
Oh man. So what's so are all three of you coming out for this Comic-Con in 2 weeks or?
Yeah, we should, right? It's just a
What's the
caravan.
Rolling
Jimmy
deep.
won't actually fit on any of the beds that are in this house. Like
Okay.
he's longer than all of them. So I
I say,
guess
how many couches do you have?
Jim has to sleep on. He has to sleep on the couch because it's a giant couch.
I'll use the wreath as an inner tube, and I'll just sit in it.
I have. I'm trying to
I'll bring
think.
coffee.
So, I have 2 extra passes to either day. Griff's supposed to come with his grandfather one of the days, but I'm not sure if that's actually happening or not. But I'm excited. It should be fun. It looks like there's actually going to be a lot of comic and/or toy vendors. There are some, random vendors, which I'm sure you guys see at these shows, where it's like, "What? Oh, are you selling crystals? Are you selling crystals at the comic book show?" I think there's probably gonna be 1 or 2 of those, but
Some guy's making his own wooden toys.
yeah,
The
And,
pinecone.
I'm
bird
sure
feeder
there's
lady.
going to be several folks selling like MTG cards and stuff like that for sure, because they're actually going to do a Magic tournament at the con. So I'm sure there's going to be some of that stuff. But Jimmy's favorite Farscape actress is going to be there as well.
Oh, which one?
What's her name, Jim?
The white haired chick.
Yeah.
Gigi. Yeah,
Gigi
where her
Edgley.
name? Yeah, actually, I guess she wasn't your favorite. You liked the purple woman. Was she purple or was she blue?
Purple lady.
What
Oh,
was
you
her
mean
name?
Zan? You mean Zan?
Zan.
Xanadu?
Shaved head.
Was she purple or blue?
Well, I actually like the bad girl more.
Virginia Hay. Zan.
Yeah, Virginia Hay.
She does not look good now.
No, she doesn't.
Oof.
Oh,
She
really?
got some work
Yeah,
done.
Gigi Edgley is the one I liked.
Yeah, that's who's going to be at the con.
Tiana. She's cute.
Yeah, she's going to be.
She
at the
still
con.
looks good too. She's only 45?
Yeah, she was young.
He's our age. Look at that.
Look at that. Man, I forgot about this show.
Oh, I loved Farscape.
I watched it because you told me to, and I liked it. It was good.
Kevin Sorbo?
Huh?
Did you get on did you use Bing or something and then go down a Bing rabbit hole? You know, where you go from Virginia Hay to something, and then you quickly get to Kevin Sorbo and what's her face from Xena.
No, what sci-fi show, like space show, was he on?
He was on Hercules.
Yeah, he was Hercules, but he was also
Yeah,
on like a space
he
show.
played a captain or something like that on something.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a short-lived.
Oh.
The show was named after whatever ship he was on. And I can't remember now.
Firefly.
It was basically Hercules in
Firefly.
space.
He was the prostitute.
Yeah, right. No
Wait,
way.
did-
She is smoking.
Did you guys see how old Virginia Hay is though?
80.
She's 7
Andromeda.
Andromeda. See, thank you.
Man, Rafaust comes through time and again.
See, but I wasn't making it up.
Rafaust, you can be the Hollywood Squares guy in the middle if you want.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
You might as well be in our
Not
chat.
just on this show
I
instead
know,
of just
seriously.
in the chat every week.
Right.
We don't have a single Southern draw on this thing,
Yeah,
and we could really use you.
We need
You
some
bring up our
country.
accent game for sure. We're
Right.
accent.
we got to up
I mean,
our.
I'm accent.
Just a couple of dicks from New Jersey.
We'll get you, and I still got to reach out to James from Midhunter.
The only thing I say fun is water. That's the only thing.
Well, you know,
Do you
my wife's from Texas, and she constantly picks on how I say water. Apparently, it's not correct.
You don't say.
Rafaust, when I lived in Raleigh with my friend Eric, we went to Topsail Beach and we saw some really cute girls in bikinis, and so we went over. We talked to them
As
for a
one
while.
does.
We hung out at their room, and the one girl was so hot. I stared at her mouth the entire time while she talked, and I just imitated how she talked. And she was from, oh God, where she was. It wasn't Winston-Salem. It was one of the smaller towns in North Carolina.
So,
But I zeroed in on how she talked so much that when I woke up the next morning, I couldn't speak properly. I could only speak with that accent.
he was accent drunk.
Yeah, seriously.
Jimmy was creeping
Eric
hard.
was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "I forgot how to talk plain. 1, 2, 3."
He's gonna be one of those guys where he gets like a really bad fever, and now he only speaks in like Japanese.
It was that blonde girl in the pink bikini. She
did it to
Rafael
you, huh?
says that was properly, Jim. He says now you're talking funny.
My wife says I said artichoke wrong. Is that not how do you say
artichoke.
Artichoke.
Artichoke?
Artichoke.
Give me an artichoke.
Artichoke.
Give me an artichoke.
I think
Everybody's-
she's right.
I guess so. I thought it was
Right.
artichoke.
Everybody just turned into Curly. Artichoke, eh?
Yeah.
Dolph says artichoke like a gangster from a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Right. Yeah, right.
see?
Hey, Muggsy.
I want some Paul Malls and an artichoke. Oh my god. So anything else, boys and girls?
I don't think so.
I got nothing.
And next week will still be one day pre Kang.
That's true. I actually just sold my Avengers 10 on eBay.
You did?
Yeah.
Well?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, $255, so decent. You know, it was only a 4 or 5. That book sees significant jumps when it gets to like 6. But
I think you should jump on doing something with your Animal Man. That book's selling pretty well.
yeah, it's in your basement.
Which one?
No, I know.
Which Animal Man? The Grant Morrison one?
1 week until Top Series 1 2023. Yeah, I don't know if Michael, I did see the checklist. I actually was out to dinner tonight with my friend Alex. I'll give him a shout out at AK Triple Play on Twitch. He's a good dude. But yeah, we were talking about the rookie checklist for 2023, and it looks really good. Yeah, there's a lot of good rookies in this one.
Which Animal Man are you talking about?
He's got the first Animal Man.
Is it Volume 1, the Grant Morrison run?
No. It's the original Animal Man.
Strange
okay. Adventures, yeah. But that one's selling well.
I'm looking for the first
Morrison
number one.
That shouldn't be too much, no?
No. Well, that's a bowling cover.
Yeah, it is a bowling cover.
That's why I want it. Well, that's not the only reason. That run's really good.
UK partnership.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Midtown Comics. I had when we were going through the top 10, I did have a little trivia. Last of Us side one trivia.
I like how you.
This
is
like a very Goldblum delivery. Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's delightful.
Little trivia.
Trivia.
Scrumptious.
Pedro Pascal.
Nice, Michael.
Scrumptious, right?
Pedro Pascal had his, I think it was his U.S. acting debut in what Joss Whedon TV show?
Joss Whedon TV show.
Buffy.
No.
Spike.
I'm gonna say
Buffy.
It's
Buffy or Spike.
Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly.
No.
You got 2 Fireflies and a Buffy?
It's definitely Buffy.
Buffy wins.
Really?
Season 4, episode 1.
Was he a vampire?
He played a vampire, yes.
Nice. He did.
You know, I played a vampire once.
My mother kicked me in the balls once.
Vampire Diaries. Get the hell out of here with that crap.
That goes back to the Ian Somerhalder from last week.
Yeah, exactly.
Comes back around.
And that dude who probably never acted in anything but Vampire Diaries, the main guy in that show.
He's in another show now.
Oh, is he?
Oh no.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so anywho. Dolph, I think I probably have there's whatever 10 or 12 books with you that I want to get graded, and then there's probably 25 at Jimmy's that I want to get graded that he just hasn't seen you due to the cats and stuff. So cats and winter.
Keep talking, I'm listening.
Yeah, I got two store folios here.
Are Chris's books in a store folio or on top of a store folio?
No, I think everything is in the store folio.
Yeah, I've still got to get over there. I'm sorry.
No worries. But I just didn't. I wanted to make sure.
I still have 2 long boxes for Chris to look through.
Yeah.
Jim, I wish I should have had you send me your graded books that you're trying to sell to have them at the show.
Bargain. Is that Johnny Dangerously? Is that what that is?
Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah. Yep. Johnny Dangerously.
Johnny Dangerously was Michael Keaton, right?
Keaton, yeah.
Yes.
And Joe Piscopo was in that too.
Joe Piscopo was his ex buddy.
Yeah.
Once. My mother hit me once.
My mother kicked me in the balls once.
Joe Piscopo's still alive?
Yeah, he's a Jersey guy.
I know he's a Jersey guy, but I didn't know if he was still alive.
I thought Dolph was creepily saying he's in New Jersey, as though Dolph has a tracker on
he's
Joe
in New
Piscopo.
Jersey.
Oh, he's
I know exactly where Joe Piscopo is.
I have been waiting for somebody to ask this.
He is in Westfield right now.
Right.
He's
my
getting
GPS
coffee.
tells me.
My JPS, my Joe Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo. My JP.
Oh,
I was at the JPGPS.
Your Joe Piscopo positioning system.
JPPS.
Oh my God, that's good.
Poor Joe Piscopo. He doesn't deserve this.
He doesn't deserve this.
We should make a shirt out of that.
Too nice a guy.
I'm sure everybody already knew, but my mind was blown when I found out that Roy Schneider was from Mountainside.
Roy Scheider or
Scheider.
Rob Schneider.
Not Rob Shaw. Roy Scheider.
You got me there.
Jaws guy.
Roy Scheider. He's from where?
Yeah.
Mountainside?
He's from Mountainside. Yeah, my coworker, his father lived on the same block as them.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's from because they're from Mountainside, obviously. But yeah, I was like, no way. And he's like, yeah. It's like that's cool.
Nantucket.
Nope. Mountainside, New Jersey.
Nice.
Jim, I don't even remember what
got
books
great
are
stores.
in your house for Dolph at this point in time. I think there's some Ninja Turtle books there, and I don't remember what else is there.
He went to Rutgers?
No, look at that.
You learned something new.
Rutgers.
I think the main villain from The Good, Bad, and the Ugly was from Somerville.
The Ugly? No, he's from Manville. They have a big sign in front of the family house.
Oh, does it?
Does it say his name, or does it say just the bad guy from Good, Bad, and the Ugly?
No, his name is.
I mean, he was a well-known actor back then.
Van Fleet.
Yeah,
Lee Van Fleet. Oh, Lee Van
Oh,
Cleef. Lee Van
yeah,
Cleef.
Lee Van Cleef. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lee Van
He was
Cleef.
in a ton of those
Oh yeah.
westerns, right?
I know that.
He was
I know
the
he-
Manville.
As soon as you go into Manville, there's a house on the right that says Van Cleef on it.
He was the Manville.
I know Lee Van Cleef's name because he was featured in a lot of movies that were featured on MST3K.
Yeah, he was. Definitely was. Was he in a lot of those spaghetti westerns too? I know he was in 2 of them with Clint Eastwood. He wasn't.
I feel like he was.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Jimmy and I watched a lot of films with him with our dad when we were little. Like
Yeah. That's another thing that was on. If it wasn't Kung Fu or Godzilla, it was westerns.
yeah, that's right.
A lot of westerns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rafal's
that
just a kung fu master in the '80s in an '80s show.
Lee Van Cleef was a Kung Fu master. That's interesting.
No, in an '80s show.
In an 80s show.
In a show from the '80s.
Yeah.
Oh, was he in Kung Fu?
With Carradine, he could have been. I mean, they certainly weren't hiring Asian dudes.
No.
This is true.
It's like,
What's the name? Van Cleef? You're in.
you sound Asian.
that sounds Asian to me. Yeah, that's the big one. He was in Escape from New York. He played the guy.
The guy.
For a few dollars more, that's it. And The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The Master. That's the name of the show.
Liberty Valance too.
From Manville.
I don't think I remember that at all.
Are you looking
Yes,
it up?
Chase,
The
you got some-
Octagon. Do I know the Octagon?
Or the less popular show, The Hexagon.
The heck?
All right, Jay, you got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Their books for Dolph, yeah.
You got the Legion of Monsters.
Oh, that's right.
You got Wolverine 1. You got the first appearance of Gambit.
Which
Four
one?
Teenage
They're
Mutant
for
Ninja
me.
Turtles.
The Master. Never heard of that one.
Avengers
that's one.
267. Spider-Woman 1.
Oh, the Spider-Woman one's for Chris.
Yeah, it's me.
You got some cool Ryan Sook covers for Justice League Dark.
Yeah, those are all Chris's. Yeah, that there's 11 or 13 Justice League
Yeah.
Dark for Chris, and then a Spider-Woman 1. Then those other books are for Dolph, and then the whole other set is for Dolph to press.
Should I put in one box all of the stuff for Dolph? And then
They don't all
box?
fit. I would have done that, but they don't
Okay.
all fit.
Yeah, that's a cool Ryan Sook cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cover.
Oh, that's number 1.
That's number 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Good cover.
Ryan Sook. Now he is the guy that I sometimes, at first glance, I get a little bit confused between him and Adam Hughes.
I do
He's got
too.
those.
Yeah.
He's got those outlines.
Him and Soto, they do it to me all the time. Soto does it all the time.
Noto, you mean?
Noto, I'm sorry.
Not risotto.
Not
No,
risotto.
Noto.
Brock,
Phil Rizzuto, the money store.
The
That Justice League Dark run is so good.
Rizzuto. What?
That Justice League Dark run it's really good.
Yeah, there's a couple really cool covers with Deadman in that group of 11 books or whatever too.
Deadman's awesome.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I can use some wild mushroom risotto.
I don't think I've ever eaten risotto.
Oh, it's delicious. It's like just
And
it's bigger
we
rice.
got off topic that quick.
I'm not fancy enough.
From
You don't
Phil
have to be.
Noto to mushroom
Risotto.
risotto.
to Billy Madison, then to risotto. And then Lee Van Cleef.
Jim, what's in the other box? What is in the other box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Lee Van Cleef, born in Somerville, New Jersey.
What's in the
But
folio?
I know he lived in Manville.
So he was a Somerville guy.
Yeah, you're right.
What's in the folio?
What's
Yeah,
in the
but
folio? What's in the folio?
But was Manville a Somerville mailing address back then?
I don't think so.
So Hogan's Heroes is still
Probably
in
the
here.
same area code, but not the same zip.
Well,
got a
Manville only
Raphael.
broke off
He
when
died.
John's
Raphael
Manville.
#1. Oh, you
Oh,
got
yeah,
your
right.
Batman Beyond.
He
Number
died at
one.
64.
You got your actual first appearance of Gambit again.
Oh, that's a
The X-Men annual.
Ugh.
Your Journey into Mystery with Thor, fight with Hercules.
Rarudo.
Oh, you got first Hercules in there?
Yep. You got your Die Fantastische Wien.
Oh, that's right.
Ian.
Got the first.
Your German Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four one, yeah.
You got
That's
your
actually a
Amazing Spider-Man
German
#6.
That's
What's that?
actually German Fantastic Four 1 and Daredevil German 1. They're
Really?
both the first half of both the first Fantastic Four and the first Daredevil are in that book.
You got your Amazing Spider-Man #6. Your Amazing Spider-Man #121.
You do?
Dolph's,
That's all for me
Dolph.
to press and clean?
yeah, Dolph's 5.0 is higher though. I think mine's like a 4.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Then you got your first Dark Side.
Dark Seed.
The Forever People or the Jimmy Olsen?
Jimmy Olsen.
Then you have the one right before the Dark Seed.
Dark Seed.
Yeah, that's the first Kirby back in DC. I think is that book.
You got your Green Lantern. What's that? Number 40.
Oh, they just announced Toy Story 5.
Yeah, they're talking about Zootopia 2, Toy Story 5, and Frozen 3.
Frozen 3.
Oh.
Frozen is a cash cow, man. I would just keep making those forever.
They're just going to keep on proving how bad the parents were, because literally that movie has so many plot holes.
Jimmy.
How bad the parents were in that movie.
It's just a cartoon, man.
Those parents were horrible. They were horrible
Jim's ruining
parents.
princesses.
I can't. I cringe every time Emery wants to watch it. I'm like, these are the worst parents ever depicted in film.
All right. I gotta go
Hide
change
your
out my
feelings.
contacts.
We don't want you. They locked their little kid in a room for what, 18 years.
I mean, it's a big room though.
It's a big room.
Didn't
Lots
even
of
let her
things to
see
do
her
in the room.
sister. Come on.
It's roomy.
They didn't want
And
the...
then don't be yourself. Hide your feelings and all that stuff. Oh my God, they were abusing her.
This is a cartoon.
All right, guys.
Batman.
I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, brother.
Mister.
See you, boys.
Later.
Anyway, long story short,
Bye,
there's a bunch of
Chris.
books. Bunch
Yeah.
of books.
Sounds
Here's a
good.
bunch of books.
On that note, fellas, Tangled was much better. Rafaus Tangled
was
to me.
much better.
Tangled to
I
me
agree.
is one of the best animated movies of all time. I love Tangled.
Tangled
I've never-
had good parents, and then that one bad parent that wasn't really a parent.
I think it
I've never
certainly helps
used
that
a
Mandy
frying
Moore is
pan.
the voice too. Huh?
I've never used a frying pan and thought of it as just a frying pan ever again.
Never
since
again.
seeing Tangled.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this is good timing, guys, because I hear one of my little girls being loud back there, so I have to
Jim?
either give a bottle or
Yes,
watch
it
some
is.
videos.
Human
Don't be
girl
like
or
the
a cat
mom and
girl?
dad in Frozen.
I won't
Don't
be
be
like
like
the dad in
the
Frozen.
Be a good parent.
Someday I will show you guys the top 10 reasons why Frozen is a horrible
oh my
movie.
God. Armor Wars is actually happening. Yes, it's a movie now, not a TV show, right? Armor Wars.
All right,
I think it is a movie.
Didn't they took it from a TV
Later,
show and turned it
guys.
into a movie. Later,
Good
Jimmy.
All right.
What else?
Looks like I got a bow. Looks like one of Minnie's
It
boutique.
does look like you have a bow. You gotta, you know what? Now it's just you gotta keep that up as long as you possibly can.
Yeah. I'll probably take it down for the Super Bowl party and then put it back
Put
up.
it right back up.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna try and make some cash at this Comic-Con and then probably earmark some of those dollars to get these books graded because I would like to have a lot of these books for the next con that I do, which I hope is just like midsummer. But I've been reaching out to
a lot of
several,
these are all the economy.
Yeah, I've been reaching out to several cons, but some of these smaller conventions in Pennsylvania, they want way too much money for tables. I mean, way too much money. And
I'm assuming you're going to fast track these.
I'll fast track everything that's not modern.
Right. Yeah,
most
that's what I mean.
Most of the books, though, there's not a ton of what tier are they? Standard? No, economy.
They're all economy. Most of them will be economy. They're under $400, and
I'll fast track those. I mean, for the $15, if I send 10 books in, it costs me extra $150.
Yeah, is it
but
pre 75?
I have them a year faster. Huh?
Pre 75 or pre 76? I forgot.
76. No, yeah, 76.
Yeah,
76 is the cutoff. So
because I know like that Moon Knight that Moon Knight book is like right on the edge. It's like right a month away from like being modern. Like it's a modern book.
Well, the Legion of Monsters book will be a modern book.
It's a modern book, yeah. Yeah.
The Legion of Monsters will be a modern. If I send all of Bob's Eternals books in, I think they'll all be moderns.
Do you have you took those back though, didn't you?
Yeah, but I should just give them back to you to do like a quick press because I think they're all north of 9s. Every single one of them. So, he said I could get the other ones. I don't really know that he had like a two of number 2 and 2 or 3 of number 3. But I think the ones are probably the worth getting graded.
Well, the 3 is the first Xerxes, right?
Xerxes, right?
But
yeah.
2 isn't anything, is it?
Yeah. Well, there's something that it is, but it's not worth. I don't think at this point in time it's worth committing the $25.
Yeah, X-Men 94 I think is economy.
Pardon me?
Rafaust is asking X-Men 94 is economy. I think it is because it's like just on the edge of the other side.
Yeah, I think it would be. I mean, it just depends on what grade you think it is. If you think you can get away with.
X-Men 94 is 19.
Well, it would
June 75.
Yeah, it would
release
be just at.
Is it just on the other side of?
Yeah, that's just on the other side because I think it's 76.
Yeah, I think it's 76 too. Yeah, so it's economy. Yeah, so if you want that back earlier than 290 work days, you might as well rush it.
Yeah, and they're coming back in like 3. People are getting them back in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, the fast tracking is working. But every I have 2 submissions still for economy regular, and CGL's got those 2 jungle actions that have been there for going on 6-7 months now.
Yeah, well, my books were what, a year? They were almost a year.
And I also found out that your magazines for some reason are even longer than economy. It's like magazines. So that Hulk magazine, that's why it took so long. Yeah. But yeah, yours was a full year.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What I think I sent, it was my, I can't remember what it was. It was my Doom book and... Oh, it was my Doom book and it was my second Ghost Rider, I think, were the 2 books that were gone forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, the Doom book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one took a long time. Yeah, I would crack that CBCS Refaust. Refaust is thinking of cracking CBCS 6.5 and resubmitting the CGC.
For what book?
X-Men 94.
Oh,
I would definitely fast track it.
well, certainly if you think there's anything pressable too, and you're just going to get, 10 to 20% more for a CGC book than you would if you want to sell it. I mean, if you don't want to sell it, then that's certainly personal preference if you don't want to sell it. But if you do want to sell it, then it'll carry a little more money in the CGC holder.
Yeah, it's at least what is it, 80%, 85% CBCS?
Yeah,
Something like
I
that.
was watching Automatic Comics' most recent recap of the Heritage, and he says he generally sees them like, I think it was 10 to 15% difference between. And that 80, it's at 85 to 90% value.
Oh, 90. So it's 85. I thought it was 80 to 85. So it's 85 to 90.
I mean, at least that's what he said he sees, and that fella evaluates the numbers that books are selling for.
So Refaust, I mean, you're talking 10%. Is that worth unless you can crack it, like press it, clean it, and then resubmit it, like definitely increasing its value. I don't know if a new slab will increase its value enough to cover the costs of a economy and a fast track.
Refaust, I'll also tell you what, like, if I'm thinking about selling the books, like the books that I have with Dolph now, I want to very much be sure that I'm relatively confident in the grade that come back, and that difference is generously more than the $50 it's going to cost me per book. So, like, if I can increase the value by 100 or 150 by submitting it, I'll do it. But if I think there's a chance that I could get, just 30 or 40 fewer dollars for raw, I'm not going to waste the $50 and the month and a half or whatever to do it. At least that's my thought process.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's for your personal collection, though, then obviously it's personal preference.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Refaust,
all right.
John, Michael, if you guys are still on, good night. Thank you for
hanging
chatting
with us.
And I'll see you next week, brother.
All right, see ya.
All right, man.
Peace.
Later.